All right, guys, UFC Fight Night Carlos Prates versus JDM just finished. I'm going to go over every single key fighter that fought on this fight card and who they should be fighting on their next fight. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. It's a matchmaking video. You have seen multiple of these. Carlos Prates. Let's see who he should fight. He just beat JDM, smoked JDM in the main event. Carlos Prates called out the winner of Islam versus Ian Gary, which is a fight that no one knew was actually happening in August. And he said he's going to be cage side for it, and he wants the winner of that. I think you give him that. He looks spectacular. 8 finishes, 8 KOs, 8 UFC, 8 wins. He is a finisher, and he's an exciting fighter to watch. I didn't realize how fast he actually is. I mean, he looked ridiculously fast against JDM, who's the smaller, lighter guy, but like by looking at them. And Carlos Prates looked good. JDM, on the other hand, who should he be fighting, right? JDM, I'm going to go over a video between the Carlos Prates and JDM fight later on. But JDM, he looked bad. Like, he looked bad. Like, he looks really slow. Unless Carlos Prates looked that good. He couldn't close distance. He was standing in kicking range. He was standing in kneeing range, and I guess elbow range. When it's that far away, you can't slip an elbow. You can't see the elbow. Maybe Carlos Prates is just that fast, that deceptive. But JDM, who should he be fighting? There's a main event happening, not a main event, but a fight happening next week, which is another welterweight top 10 matchup. It's Joaquin Buckley versus Sean Brady. You give him the winner of that fight. Carlos Prates is probably going to jump up to number 2. Ian Gary slides up to number 1 because Ian Gary won that head-to-head matchup versus Carlos Prates. But you have Joaquin Buckley and Sean Brady versus JDM, who's going to slide down from the number 1 spot, probably to number 4. And you fight the winner of Sean Brady and Joaquin Buckley. And that makes a lot of sense to me. I was thinking Michael Morales, but I'm like, why would you want to do that to Michael Morales? It makes no sense, that fight. Let's have them against these two guys has had losses, right? Sean Brady, we've seen him lose versus Bilal Muhammad. We've seen him lose versus Michael Morales. And we've seen Joaquin Buckley obviously lose beforehand, right? Just to Usman and to Kevin Holland and to other guys, right? So let's have JDM fight these two guys. Both these guys don't really have a lot of hype right now in their fighting career. So have them fight it. Maybe they have a good fight afterwards. Brady and Joaquin Buckley with JDM to have another contender in that division. Next is Killian Salkill versus Beneil Dariush. Killian Salkill looked amazing. He got dropped by a jab, which is crazy, but his finishing is amazing. Like, he is literally a finisher. He's a very good fighter. Beneil Dariush looked old as fuck. He looked strong, though, at least, but he looked old as fuck. Killian Salkill, who should he be fighting? He called out Gamrot. Give him Gamrot. I was thinking maybe Renato Moicano, but I'm like, nah, why Renato Moicano? Renato Moicano lost to Beneil Dariush. It's kind of taking a step backwards, even though Renato Moicano is ranked higher than Beneil Dariush in the rankings. But I think Mateusz Gamrot, who's a very respected lightweight, right? A nice, like, hey, if you beat him, you're a top echelon fighter. I guess if you're not Dan Hooker, but you're like one of the top 8, top 7 guys in the division. Killian Salkill versus Mateusz Gamrot makes a lot of sense. Both are good grapplers. Have them fight against each other. That makes a lot of sense to me. Beneil Dariush. People say he should retire. He's 36 years old. He runs a gym in a King's MMA branch in Yorba Linda, in California. And I think that Beneil Dariush needs to keep fighting. I think he needs to move up to welterweight. He said he wanted to move up to welterweight earlier, and I think maybe his chin will hold up better. Maybe the weight cuts are too big for him. I mean, you've seen him look gaunty on the scale, and I think Beneil Dariush should fight Mittebek Orolbai. That makes a lot of sense here, because Mittebek Orolbai is a grappler who has good KO power. Beneil Dariush, obviously, very, very good grappler. You saw it versus Killian Salkill. Killian Salkill's like, damn, this guy's strong as hell, and that's how good Beneil Dariush is at grappling. No one really out grapples Beneil Dariush. So I'll make this fight at welterweight. It makes a lot of sense to me. Next is Steve Erceg versus Tim Elliott. Steve Erceg beats Tim Elliott 29-28. I had it 29-28 as well. I thought Tim Elliott won the first round, even though he was one of my most confident plays. I thought Steve Erceg was slow, but I forgot that Tim Elliott is slow as fuck too. He's 40 years old. He's not 33-year-old, 34-year-old Tim Elliott. That's like a little June bug freaking scuttering around the damn octagon. But Steve Erceg, he looked good in his fight. Who can he fight, though? He's like number 11 ranked. Do you really want to see him fight like these other guys, like Amir Albazi? Like, you don't want to see these fights, man. Right? Amir Albazi, Asu Amabayev, Brandon Moreno, he already fought. Alex Perez. He has a big name because he fought for a title. Like, he's one of the bigger names in this division. I was thinking maybe you do Brandon Royval, who's off a loss, but I'm not really sure about that either. I thought maybe the next one, build up the name Loner Kavanaugh, who has very fast hands. Steve Erceg is very slow. Loner Kavanaugh should get a KO win there. I like that matchup. It makes sense to me. Next is Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott is going to be fighting a young guy, right? Obviously, the game is chance here. Here's Steve Erceg. Here's your chance to be like getting the contention for a title shot, maybe like 2 or 3 fights later on. But Tim Elliott, you lost. Now we need to help. Need to feed you to the younger guys. Jose Ochoa is fighting Clayton Carpenter, I believe, next week or next 2 weeks. And this is the matchup that should happen is Jose Ochoa versus Tim Elliott, who's probably most likely going to beat Clayton Carpenter. Give Jose Ochoa a chance to be ranked in that division, right? Next, Marwan Rahiki. He beat some scrub, Schmid. I don't know his real name, first name, but Schmid. I think he needs to have more of a warm up, right? Like he's not really like UFC level ready for like contention in the top rankings, right? The top 25, top 30. I don't think he's there yet because I see he's fast, he's quick, he has good power, but like his defense is really sus. We don't really see his grappling a lot. I think we have to give him Ricky Tercios. Let's build up Marwan Rahiki to be a bigger name, right? More hype on him. He's a smooth style, beautiful style to watch and striking. It's fluid. Let's give him Ricky Tercios. Let him pace up Ricky Tercios a little bit, and he'll get more wins and more highlight reel KOs. Next is Brando Perisic, right? Brando Perisic? Am I crazy? Perisic. Who should he be fighting? He had a great fight for Shamil Gaziev. Dude, Shamil Gaziev's face, when he gets hit in the face, he gets hit right in the freaking face. He goes, and he looks like tired, gas. His jaw's like hanging on by a thread. It is really funny, Shamil Gaziev. I think Perisic should be fighting in the top 10, right? I think he should be fighting the PFL GOAT, Ante Della. This is going to be a barn burner of a fight. Ante Della has quick hands. He's very quick for this division. So is Perisic. Perisic showed his hand speed versus Gaziev. I mean, he was landing a 1-2 before Gaziev even even thought about throwing a hook or something, right? So Della versus Perisic makes a lot of sense to me. Both are good strikers. Both have good hand speed. Have them fight against each other. Next is Shamil Gaziev, ranked number 14 at the time, probably going to be unranked now. Do we give him a chance to go back in the rankings because he does have a decent name, right? Remember, he main evented a card, right? That's how crazy it was. He main evented versus Jair Rosenstruck. He literally main evented a fight card. So let's have Shamil Gaziev. Let's have him go against Mario Pinto. Mario Pinto is a decent heavyweight, right? He didn't have a great performance in his last fight, but I like Mario Pinto. He fought like a light heavyweight that was just on short notice. I think he should be fighting Shamil Gaziev. This fight makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, this fight makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah. Next is Cam Rouston, right? Cam Rouston, he beat Robert Brycecheck really badly. I think Cam Rouston should be fighting next is Marvin Vettori. He's better. He called out Marvin Vettori. He's better than a lot of these guys that they're giving him, right? He's better than the Brundages. He's better than the Petroskis. He's better than Brycecheck, like the Tavareses. I said it. Cam Rouston was one of my most confident picks. I said, bro, you guys are hyping up Brycecheck like he beat a good fighter. He beat 2025 Brad Tavares, who later on lost to Eric Anders. Okay, so that win didn't mean shit to me. And I know Cam Rouston, he trains with good fighters, right? He trains out of with Carlos Ulberg. He trains with Israel Adesanya. He trains with the City Kickboxing Gym. He's a good fighter. Have him fight Marvin Vettori. He wanted that fight. Marvin Vettori's out of the rankings. Marvin Vettori hasn't fought in a while. Make this fight happen. It makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, there it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you.